This is a sea otter.
Born gray as well, so that they are very good at camouflaging. However, yes, in terms of there being National Geographic specials on beluga birds, they've only been reported in aquariums. They've never actually been reported in the open ocean, which is kind of unfortunate. Even their life expectancy, we don't really have decent numbers for how long does this animal even live for. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we do know, and there's unfortunately a lot of things that we don't know. And especially here in Canada, we're talking about utilizing the Arctic and things happening in the Arctic. Natural resources up in the Arctic, how is it going to affect the animals that live there? There's a lot of unanswered questions. And
this is a beluga. So I know what they are.
urine samples or even blood samples by asking them to do that on a regular basis. If anything was to come up and we need to investigate further, this isn't an added stress. They're perfectly used to doing these behaviours. So we can ask them anything basically your doctors can ask you to do. When we do certain behaviours, like you can see Helen right there, it also allows them to have physical exercise. So we want to make sure that these dolphins are physically exercised. We can ask them to do behaviours that allow them to do big leaps or jumps and keep them remain healthy, both mentally and physically. But how do we train our dolphins, you might be wondering? Because you may have noticed that the trainers aren't exactly asking these dolphins to do anything by using their words. They're asking them through maybe hand signals or other things, or specifically hand signals. So how do you teach a dolphin to do something? Well, dolphins can actually swim away and do whatever they like, but we give them some sort of a positive reinforcement or reward when they do what we ask them to do. So, by doing something that she asked there, Helen, she'll probably get a good reward from that. But what kind of things do you think we can reward our dolphins with? What do you think we can reward a dolphin with? Fish. That's usually the first thing people come up with, and yes, it is a really important reward. These dolphins do need to eat, so fish is definitely one of the rewards, but it's not the only one. You may have noticed earlier on, Spinnaker was actually getting water poured into his mouth, and this is another type of reward or reinforcement. Basically, by getting...
This is more or less an underwater jungle.
Sorry.
It's made up of very large marine plants called kelp. And it's home to lots of different fish and invertebrates that the sea otters love too much of. It basically acts as an all-you-can-eat platter for the sea otter. You may be wondering why sea otters need to eat so much, but sea otters have a very high metabolism. This metabolism produces heat, and this heat helps them keep warm in the water. Now, if you pay attention to how our otters are actually eating their clams, you may notice that they're actually chewing their food. This may not seem very special to us as we chew our food, but remember what we do to help them chew. In addition to having those teeth, sea otters have very powerful jaws.
Go over there and see the dolphins.
Of a problem, so what sea otters out in the ocean will do is dive to the bottom of the kelp forest and search for a rock. Pick up a rock with their paws, come back up to the surface, land the bats, as you see Milo doing now, lay the rock on their chest, sort of acting like a table, and then begin to smash the clam on the rock, sort of using it like a tool. We're supposed to crack it open and then happily gnaw and tear and chew at the good stuff on the inside. As I mentioned, we are feeding our sea otters clams, and you may have noticed that these clams actually don't have shells on them. were to give the sea otters clams with shells on them, then have to give them rocks to help them crack open these hard shells. What our sea otters will proceed to do with those rocks is that gather them up and smash it on the colored glass you see in front of you in the amount of habitats. Being a non-profit organization, producing it colored glass can be pretty expensive. So we actually pre-order clams without shells on them. Now in doing so, it also helps us to control the quality of the food that our sea otters get. We want to make sure that our sea otters receive nothing but the utmost best quality of food to keep up their health. It also allows us to control the quantity of food, allowing us to manage their diets on a regular basis. Now, sea otters differ from other marine mammals in the world in how they keep warm. If you've already paid a visit to our beluga whales or our dolphins, you may have noticed that these animals are pretty thick creatures. They have that fat layer called blubber to keep them warm. But when you compare them to our sea otters here, our sea otters look like pretty lean creatures. They don't have that blubbery layer, but instead they have that very obvious, very beautiful fur covering their bodies. This fur is the densest in the animal kingdom. It's so dense that if you place your thumb on any one part of a sea otter's body, you will find more fur under your one thumb in that small area than you can find hair on the entire human body. So pretty impressive. So often you see sea otters grooming themselves, a lot like cats and dogs do, to maintain and clean the dense fur of theirs. You also may see them twisting the bodies at the surface of the water, or rubbing their paws across their bodies. You might see them nuzzling their nose in their fur. And what they're doing is they're blowing air into their fur, and this air gets trapped, and it acts as an insulating layer, and so it helps them keep warm and dry. A lot like you and I wearing layers that pull them on cold, wet days.